Hey guys, just covering the jungle now. One thing I would note beforehand is that one of the top junglers before I feel would fall off really hard this patch, and that's Ivern. He didn't get too many nerfs to him actually at all in terms of his. I think his W got changed and got increased in terms of mana and the amount of slow it gave. But one thing that hit him really hard is the Courage of the Colossus nerf. I think he was one of the main junglers and nearly the only junglers that used it. Obviously, some were abusing it just because of the fact it was OP, but they'll be fine with different masteries. But I think Ivern was hit pretty hard in terms of that. So we can get onto the actual list then. That was the main thing I wanted to cover in terms of the one that's fallen off the hardest. So in terms of champions, I actually have Vi, who was another one of the ones who could abuse Courage of the Colossus quite well, but also feel like she could use different ones. So you're looking for a more bursty build, you could go for Thunderlords in the jungle with her. She has a pretty insane clear, and obviously I feel like with the assassin meta at the moment, she can actually shut down people pretty hard in mid lane. Say you, every time you get your ultimate, you go in mid lane, if you've got an assassin with you like a LeBlanc or Ahri or Zed or something, it's pretty much a guaranteed kill if you're getting Vi ulted and Zed ulted at the same time. So it pretty much snowballs the mid lane and it leads into other lanes as well. So I'd say she's decently strong at the moment. One other thing I did want to mention actually was in terms of the Krugs, there was quite a lot of cheese ganks going on with champions like say Shaco, where they would do Krugs and they were giving 125 XP, so you could do like a cheese gank at level 3 on bot lane just super quick, and that's actually got changed down to 65 XP now to prevent that. So it's hurt some champions which are able to do the Krugs extremely fast and then one buff and gank bottom lane. At number 4 in the list, we have Shyvana. If, as you can probably notice, there's another theme in terms of this list where I've gone for some quite fast wave clear champion, not wave clear, jungle clear champions. Like Shyvana's obviously one of the fastest in terms of speed, and as well as the Blade the Rune King buff. Last patch, I think that was, she has a lot of potential to get ahead in gold, and then obviously either counter jungle the other jungler and put him out of the game, or potentially carry free split pushing. I would say she's still incredibly bad in team fights, and again, higher elo, it's more so that you're going to struggle to do well with this champion, but especially say all the way up to Diamond 2 or something from any elo, you would do extremely well. Then the main ones I've got, like, it's such a mixture in the jungle at this patch. There's like quite a lot of carry junglers you can have. Like say you could play Vi as more of a tanky jungler, you could play a carry. Shyvana's obviously more linked to it with the carry type jungle. And then at number 3 we have one of the ganking type junglers, which Lee Sin, I think since had a few buffs over time, it's just gradually brought him up and up, and there's so many good Lee Sin players who just practice him all the time. I would say I would put him at 3rd in the list based on if you play him a lot. Obviously I would drop him out of the list if you're looking to like play him first time, but the fact that he's so fun tends to mean loads of people will obviously go for this champion every single time, and you see some fail ones and some that do really well. He still needs early pressure, if I'm honest, and I'm not sure how much Courage of the Colossus affects him, because obviously I know he did have it with his ult, but I still feel like Thunderlords on Lee Sin or something can be just as effective as that. And I have another ganking jungler as well, which super high mobility one is the same as Lee Sin, and this one I'm going for is Zac at number 2. He does tend to be banned quite a lot, same as the number 1 on this list. It's pretty much just because he has the element of surprise from most areas, and if you don't have good wards, or you have say squishy or mobile carries, for example like Syndra or any AD carry like Jhin or Twitch, you can jump straight onto them in the team fight and start up team fights from anywhere. Especially if he's building like full magic resist, because he's synergizes so well with Spirit Visage. Say if he's jumping on a Syndra, it's difficult for her to ever one-shot him without peel to like help her ignore him and get onto the carries. So I'd say he's just a good pick in terms of that. And obviously, if you get GA on him, you're getting pretty much 3 lives, as well as some stupid like TP protection things where you can TP to any of his blobs just to save him. And at number 1 we actually have a carry jungle, which tends to be on nearly all the time, and every time I see him he just does a ridiculous amount of damage. I'm quite surprised that he hasn't been nerfed yet. Maybe it's purely just due to the fact they're trying to do changes early on in the season to jungle and see where he comes out. But I'd say if you want the main carry jungler, I would go with Hecarim. Obviously Trinity Force is really good on him, and that's pretty much the only item he needs to do enough damage to kill at least some squishies, and not to mention the fact that he's insanely good in 1v1 and at split pushing as well. So yeah, that's my list for this patch in terms of jungle, and I have one more to cover which I'll probably cover tomorrow, and that's top lane. So thanks for watching.